with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News Nowcast.
Good Monday morning. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live. Get you a mid-morning check of some of the stories we're following at Erie News Now. We'll also have AJ's first warning forecast coming up. Though we begin in Texas this morning, where we're getting some new information on that suspect in a mass shooting at an outlet mall that killed 8 people and injured 7 others. The suspect in that Saturday shooting at the Allen Outlet Mall near Dallas has been identified as 33-year-old Mauricio Garcia. He was killed by an Allen Police Department officer. That officer at that mall on an unrelated call when he stepped into all of this. 2 senior law enforcement officials tell NBC News that shooter was wearing a patch on his chest with an acronym RWDS, and authorities believe that stands for Right Wing Death Squad, reportedly a phrase used in some far-right internet discussion groups. The official word, though, is still that the cause of this shooting remains under investigation. Also out of Texas this morning, the death toll now stands at 8 after a car plowed into a crowd in front of a shelter that houses migrants last night. The Brownsville, Texas community gathering to mourn the victims of that crash. It was a Sunday morning crash. Police say those pedestrians were waiting at a bus stop when a Range Rover just plowed into the crowd. Police say the male suspect's now refusing to talk to police. Investigators have yet to officially say if they believe this one was intentional or accidental. Well, back here at home, state police say an Erie County woman who had been the focus of a search effort has been found safe. They were looking for a 65-year-old Linda Williamowski of Wattsburg, last seen Friday night, leaving her residence on Hill Road in Venango Township. Now, in their initial missing persons report, troopers said she could be at a special risk of harm or injury and could have been confused. They did update us with that report this morning, indicating that Williamowski had been found safe. A special new Erie Police Department unit patrolling the streets this morning. Their focus is handling the growing number of calls that involve people with mental health issues. The department's new crisis intervention unit hit the streets for its very first shift at 7 o'clock this morning. 10 officers who've been training with mental health professionals will now be responding to anything from domestic calls to homeless intervention, basically any situation that could involve someone experiencing a mental health issue. Closing arguments getting underway today in columnist E. Jean Carroll's civil lawsuit against former President Donald Trump. Just yesterday, Trump missed a hard deadline to testify in his own defense. Carroll suing the former president for battery and defamation after he denied claims that he raped her in a department store dressing room in Manhattan back in the mid-1990s. Kentucky Derby week witnessed the deaths of 7 horses. 5 others had to be scratched from the Run for the Roses. 2 of those horses, Freezing Point, Chloe's Dream, injured and then euthanized on the same day. Trainer Saffie Joseph Jr. also suspended from Churchill Downs after 2 of his horses died. That scratched Lord Miles from the Derby. And Forte, one of the favorites from Saturday's big race, also scratched because of an injury. Mage ended up winning the Kentucky Derby, but those 7 horse deaths have certainly raised concerns about the sport's treatment of horses. Erie police, meantime, they're trying to sort out the details of a traffic accident involving a mini motorcycle last night. Sent 2 teens to the hospital with serious injuries. This call came in a little after 6 o'clock last night, a crash at East 4th and Wallace. According to Erie investigators, a 15-year-old male was operating that mini motorcycle, a 14-year-old girl on it as a passenger. Police say the teen missed a stop sign and hit a Cadillac Escalade. Rescue crews rushed the 2 teens to UPMC Hammett. Again, reportedly serious injuries there. Well, after 2 recent shootings at a Erie business called the Super Chicken Lounge at 10th and State, that business is closed this morning with no signs of it reopening anytime soon. And that chicken lounge was called that during the day, at least. The city, though, says what was going on at night inside the former Docksider Lounge was a bottle club and a dance club, both illegal under the zoning laws for that area. According to the city's letter that was posted on the business's door, there would be fines for every day that the Super Chicken Lounge stayed open. Erie police tell Erie News Now that the building's landlord has since evicted the tenant. And AJ's got to look at that forecast. All we need to do is look at that gorgeous shot behind you from the bayfront. Plenty of sunshine.
Yeah, Mark, I'll let this do the speaking for the rest of today. We got that gorgeous blue sky greeting folks this morning. Do notice a little bit of clouds there on the horizon. Did have some morning fog that's now starting to lift. Actually, pretty much gone out of the region if you did see our visible satellite. 54 degrees right now, more in the way of those green bars continuing. So not dealing with any impact weather for today. But as we head into tonight, into tomorrow morning, that will be a different little bit of a different story here. Seasonable temperatures today, not too much wind, rain expected for later on tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll be dry here for the daytime. You can see we've cleared on out here with our visible satellite. Meadville, Erie, both seeing temperatures in the 50s. We'll continue to see those temperatures climb on up as we head into this afternoon. Seeing a bit cooler along the immediate lakeshore just due to that lake breeze. Once again, that lake temperature still in the 40s, and we will be having that northerly wind, so kind of pushing in some of that cooler air right towards the immediate lakeshore. You can see inland spots. Pittsburgh Pittsburgh, Akron, already up towards 60 degrees. Futurecast will take you through it here. Seeing more clouds, trying to work in for the second half of tonight into the overnight. Then we see the rain pushing into the region tomorrow morning. Just a few showers expected for the majority of Erie County, but further south, down I-79, closer to the Pittsburgh area, could be looking at a steady rain as you wake up tomorrow morning. More sunshine, though, for the first half, or for the second half of the day. And then tomorrow night, mostly clear skies, waking up to those clear skies, and they will continue for our Wednesday afternoon with plenty sunshine in the forecast here. Future rainfall amounts, as I was talking about, just some scattered showers here further to the north. The more south you go, the better chance you'll be seeing maybe upwards of a quarter of an inch, half an inch in some spots, but for the most part, we'll be staying dry in terms of those rainfall amounts. Let's take a look now at our rain outlook these next 5 days. So for today, we're looking great, really not expecting anything, but for our Tuesday, lighter rain to the north, more rain down to the south. You see Pittsburgh, more of that yellow shading. That's where we could be seeing upwards of half an inch. Wednesday, we're clearing on out, as you saw with our Futurecast, mostly sunny skies. Staying dry for Thursday as well. And then our next weather maker, that'll be arriving Friday night. You can see it not here for our Friday daytime, but as you head towards Friday night and our weekend, we can see a few more rain showers. All of that 7-day forecast in just a little.
First, though, the World Video Game Hall of Fame's announced its class of 2023 inductees, and on that list, Wii Sports, as well as the video game The Last of Us. That game was a mega hit in 2013. It actually spawned the critically acclaimed series that bears the same name. The list also includes Odd Ducks, a little-known computer space game that came out in 1971. And you can see on the left there, Barbie Fashion Designer from 1996. So the World Video Game Hall of Fame is located up at the Strong Museum in Rochester, New York. And word has it, meteorologist A.J. Mastrangelo, that you are a pretty outstanding Wii bowler, the Earl Anthony of Wii bowlers, I'm told. Yeah, he was a good one. He was a good one, in case you didn't get that reference. Yeah,
that is a good point. Yeah, I dabbled for sure. My skill level well above the 1,000 level pro, but you know Matt, the bald head, the guy. Yeah, he's number one, so you can never beat him. Never can ever beat him. The punching, the fighting, everything, the tennis. He's the goat at that. But. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about this weather, too. If you want to play some real tennis, head outside, or real tennis, real bowling, whatever you want to do. Get outside, enjoy this beautiful weather. We got 64 degrees, sunny skies for our Wednesday. Thursday, up to 70 degrees with more of the same expected. Partly cloudy skies as we head towards Friday. Friday night into Saturday, that's where you could see a few more rain showers working into the weekend. Right now, we're tracking a few rain showers for Mother's Day, but stay tuned. That could be changing as we head into the end of the week. We'll have more news, more forecast updates as well coming up at noon.
Okay, thank you for watching this edition of the Nowcast. We'll do it again about the same time tomorrow. And of course, we've got 30 minutes of news coming your way at noon on WSEE.